This is the story of the Theomaniacs, 15 people who went to Burning Man 2012 to build an art installation called Theophony. It begins here, halfway between the man and the temple, with a CD disc as a marker for our location.
And so here we are, halfway between the temple and across from that red wall, which is Burn Wall Street, and the halfway between the temple is halfway between the temple and the man, which you see there. So this is our location for Theophany. It couldn't be any better.
After laying the decomposed granite foundation and setting up camp, our team arrived, and as is typical of Burning Man, we had a few problems with the wind.
Fill me with joy.
Our art installation, Theophony, was a 32-foot diameter yurt with a beautiful rope design set in the ceiling. The outer walls of the yurt were made of sail fabric, and we fought like crazy to set that up in high winds. The inner walls of Theophany were made from 22 canvas murals designed by 13 different artists around the United States and Canada, and these murals set the mood for the central point of our art installation. Automated lighting swirled around the yurt at night, and in the center of our yurt was a post, and this post had an optical theremin set inside of it. Our yurt was filled with chants, and the optical theremin created a musical tone which was determined by the distance of a person's hand from the sensors.
Our project reached greater heights as we converted it into a teepee reaching 35 feet into the sky for its final spectacle. The fire, like prayers, lifted to the heavens. The light reached ever upward as we stood holding the perimeter and watched.
My body an instrument for praise. I shall make a joyful noise. I shall make a joyful noise.
There were theological implications behind our art installation. Theophany was designed as an illustration of spiritual attunement. So as people would play the optical sensors of the theremin, they would try and tune to the pitch of the music that was in the background. And of course it was an almost impossible thing to do. And so we would tell them that this was an example of how we are all out of tune with God in some way. On the other hand, it was very fun to play. And for us, that was an illustration of the fact that an attempt to be in tune with God was in and of itself a holy act. It was rather amazing to watch people smile when we told them that and to see how it affected them. There was one girl who, at the end, when our art installation had burned, came running up to me and she said, "Thank you. This was my temple this week. This was the place that I felt most at home." Those are the kind of things we're looking to create in events like this.
Is it by touch, or is it by touch, or just having your hand inside the field?
Inside the field. Okay. It's distance. It measures distance from the sensor.
Right. And are there 4 quadrants of it, or is it just forwards and back?
It's forwards and back. That's all from 4 sensors.
And then up and down?
No, just forwards and back.